Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum has just had the highest daily candle close in history. But in the shorter term, Ethereum is struggling to hold some of these importance levels. So I'll be covering all of that for Ethereum in just a moment, and towards the end of this video, as a lot of you guys suggested, I'll be covering Solana towards the end of this video because a lot of you have been suggesting Solana in the comment section down below. So definitely make sure you're watching all the way to the end of this video so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to drop a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the daily time frame, and going back to the all-time high that we set back in the first half of May. And what we can see here is the highest daily candle close for Ethereum ever was at approximately $4,180 US. But going over to the present day, what we can see right now is the daily candle close that we just closed at the end of yesterday was officially the highest daily candle close that Ethereum has ever seen. We closed yesterday's daily candle at around $4,220 US. So this means that Ethereum is getting very close to a brand new all-time high because we saw similar things happening for Bitcoin just before we reached into a brand new Bitcoin all-time high. And in fact, if there's anyone out there that looks at the simple line chart on the daily time frame, then we did break into a new all-time high because the line chart goes off the candle closes. But now zooming all the way into the 2-hour time frame for Ethereum. So looking right here in the short term, and what we can see is the fact that we previously formed this inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is a bullish pattern for Ethereum. We broke out to the upside and we actually saw an initial retest of this neckline level. So in the short term, we were starting to look bullish here with this small breakout to the upside, but obviously we saw no major volume coming in to actually back up this move. And right now we are dipping back below the neckline, which is not a great sign. But keep in mind, at the time of filming this video, at least this candle has not closed, so we haven't really confirmed to break back below. So basically, if Ethereum can really quickly get back above the neckline and pretty much just hold that level, then we're still looking really good here. But if we confirm a break back below this neckline, which by the way, this neckline that we need to hold above is coming in at around 4,160 approximately. And yeah, basically, if we see a strong break below that level, then just in the immediate short term, talking about perhaps over the next couple of days, we could be in for a little bit more of a pullback in the price of Ethereum. And of course, if we see a confirmed break back below this neckline, then that would invalidate the price target for this inverse head and shoulders pattern. But with that being said, looking here on the 4-hour chart for Ethereum, what we can see here is the fact that Ethereum is just about coming into this major upwards trending line of support, which is right now coming in at around 4,125. And Ethereum has been holding above this exact line of support ever since the end of September. We've seen multiple bounces along this exact line. So this line of support, this trend line, is definitely a significant one to pay attention to. And if Ethereum really starts breaking below that line there, then I'll be looking towards this horizontal line of support coming in at just underneath $4,000 US, because we've seen huge support at that level previously just here, and also massive resistance back here. But one thing to note is the fact that the volume is still rapidly declining right now for Ethereum and also Bitcoin, which means that a volatile move is potentially coming very soon. So keep that in mind. And for as long as we're in an uptrend, technically speaking, it is more likely for us to see a bullish move in an uptrend than it is to see a bearish move in an uptrend. But with that being said, for the next major move, it's likely we're going to see a major spike in volume or a surge in volume. And the direction of that move, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, that direction will be confirmed once we either break some significant support on the chart or if we break some significant resistance. And right now, we got a small rejection at around 4,260 approximately. So that is a little bit of short-term resistance. But honestly, the major resistance for Ethereum to the upside is basically that all-time high level coming in at just beneath 4.4K. And zooming back out to the daily time frame for Ethereum, really whatever's happening in the short term is only noise. When you're zooming out on the daily time frame, it's only short-term volatility. And as I mentioned yesterday, if the price of Ethereum basically just remains above this level right here, coming in at around 3,870 at the time of filming this video, then we are looking very bullish because that is the breakout line for this huge cup and handle pattern on the daily time frame. The subscribers would already know about this pattern because I've talked about it quite a lot on the channel. But for the new viewers on the channel, for as long as we can remain above around 3.9K, then technically speaking, we've still got this price target to the upside to pay attention to, coming in at around 6,000 $1,200 per Ethereum, which by the way is a 50% gain from the current price of Ethereum. And just before we jump into Solana, just taking a quick look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, because right now Ethereum has actually seen a perfect retest of this previous line of resistance and has now confirmed it as support. So for as long as Ethereum is still remaining above this exact level right here, we're looking really good. But right now we're potentially making a lower high, which is not a great sign. But once again, the most important thing to take away is the fact that we're still above this importance level, which by the way, this level of support is now coming in at around 0.0655 Bitcoin per Ethereum. Now taking a look at Solana, which is one of your most suggested altcoins in the comment section down below. So if you have any suggestions at all, it doesn't even have to be for an altcoin, it could be for a specific video that you want me to make, then simply just leave a comment down below. And if a whole lot of you are commenting the same thing, that's when I'll be sure to turn that suggestion into a video here on the channel. And just for those of you that have been leaving a lot of comments recently, I've been seeing your suggestions for Cardano and Solana being the two most popular altcoin suggestions. And I've also been seeing all of those suggestions for the exit strategy video. And I've not forgotten about that, but keep in mind, we still at least have a few more months to go for this bull cycle at the very least, in my opinion, but I'll be sure to get that video out sometime soon. But anyway, getting into the Solana analysis, what we can see here on the daily time frame, by the way, is the fact that Solana is getting extremely close to a new all-time high. In fact, just the other day, we actually broke into a brand new all-time high, but only very briefly and then straight back to the downside. So we haven't really seen a proper breakout to the upside yet. And by the way, Solana's previous all-time high that we set back in around the beginning of September is coming in at approximately $215, but that is different across different exchanges. And then just the other day, Solana actually reached $219, but once again, that turned out to be a wick on the daily time frame and we closed back underneath the previous all-time high. But with that being said, the fact that we're getting all-time high daily candle closes, that is obviously a bullish sign. And zooming into the 4-hour time frame for Solana, what we can see here is an uptrend forming. Obviously, we are in an uptrend. We're seeing higher lows and higher highs playing out on the chart right now, but looking in the price oscillator, specifically the RSI, what we can see is just recently on the 4-hour time frame, there has been a bearish divergence form for Solana. So for the beginners out there, that's just a higher high in the price, but lower highs in the RSI. And what this basically means is just in the immediate short term, we're due for perhaps a little bit of a short-term cool-off because the bulls are losing momentum just in the immediate short term. And that's pretty much what we're already seeing right now for Solana. And it is possible that we could see a bit more of a pullback to the downside. For example, we've got major support coming in at just above $190, more specifically at around $192. But keep in mind, there's a lot of buying pressure for Solana. Really, when Solana starts flipping bullish, the pullbacks for Solana aren't anything that significant, as we discovered back in the last major run to the upside in August. So while it is possible that we could have a bit more of a pullback here for Solana, I wouldn't necessarily bet on it. And honestly, right now, I'll be looking at these short-term pullbacks as some buying opportunities, considering the fact that we are in an uptrend and very close to breaking into a new all-time high. But obviously, that's not financial advice. That's just giving you guys an inside look of my strategy right now. But if Solana does not make it all the way down to those lower support levels and we actually turn around sometime soon, then in that case, we could be opening ourselves up to a potential cup and handle pattern, as you can see. But for that to form, we would basically need to see a bounce very soon for Solana and then come back up towards this line of resistance, which is at around $215. And then the final level of resistance is the current all-time high coming in at around $219. And now that we're really beginning this second phase of the bull market, what we normally see in bull markets is obviously a lot of transactions happening. And in particular, the Ethereum blockchain gets very congested during the full force of a bull market. And that's not just because people are sending Ethereum back and forward. That's because of all of the ERC20 tokens built on Ethereum, not to mention the billions of dollars worth of stablecoins getting moved around on Ethereum. And now more than ever, we've got DeFi and NFTs built on Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum transaction fees are pretty expensive and they will only get worse as more and more people hop onto Ethereum, at least until we get Ethereum 2.0, which will come at some point and make things a lot better. But for now, we don't have that just yet for Ethereum. And so that creates room for other smart contract projects such as Solana and potentially Cardano. And there are others out there as well. But right now, the Solana ecosystem is growing very well. And so just speaking from a fundamental point of view, I am very bullish on Solana moving forward in the longer term. But of course, make sure you're doing your own research as well and try not to rely everything on one YouTube video. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. We're getting very close to 80,000 subscribers right now, and I can't thank you guys enough. Seriously, I appreciate all of your support. And considering demonstrating the huge opportunities that we are seeing right now in the crypto markets. There's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends and family to get everyone involved in this huge opportunity. And just before you click off, for the new viewers on the channel, make sure you're checking out one of these uploads if you haven't already. I've got a trading tutorial video showing you how I trade crypto, and I've also got a passive income video showing you how I earn passive income every day in the crypto markets. But anyway, that is really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.